What's up, guys? Coach Josh back with you for our next workout in this push-pull leg series. And today we are going to be doing our pulling workout. So we are really going to be targeting that back and trying to grow some wings. But as always, to start, make sure you have your water, make sure that you have your dumbbells ready, and we're going to get into our warm-up. All right, so for our warm-up, we got two movements. One is a Y to T to W form, where we're gonna be holding each position for 5 seconds. And then from there, we're gonna go into my favorite shoulder girdle warm-up, which is the shoulder butterfly. So to start, we're gonna tuck those hips back. We're gonna bend the knees slightly, get into that athletic position here. We're gonna start with our hands here. We're gonna go into our Y, we're gonna go into our T, and then into a W, okay? So we're gonna go up into that Y, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go to your T, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then to our W for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, really think about squeezing those muscles, getting that back warmed up and engaged. Grab your micro weights here. Again, tuck those hips back, get into that athletic position. Palms facing away from your body, hands near your hips. And we're just gonna go up and over. "13, 14, one more, and 15. Set those adder weights down, or micro weights, excuse me. Catch your breath if you need to. We got about 60 seconds of rest before we jump into our next set. And then we start our working movements. Nice deep breaths. All right, guys, let's dive in. Might not have been 60 seconds, but let's keep that heart rate up. Well, let's go to our Y, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. T, 4, 3, 2, 1, and W, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, grab those micro weights. And we're gonna do another set of 15 on our shoulder butterflies. Get those hips pushed back, knees bent, athletic position, and go. Six. 10. 14 and 15. All right, do me a favor, put those adder weights back in where they belong. For me, they belong in my Pro 100 Easy Curl Bar. It's just so that they're out of the way. Remember, guys, think safety first. You want to make sure that you have everything that you need in a reachable distance, but not so out of the way that it's going to take time away from your workout, and not so close to you that you might trip, you might slip, you might fall and hurt yourself. So our first movement for today is going to be a stiff-legged deadlift. So for that, I'm going to start off with about 50 pounds, sounds about right. Now with this entire workout, you can do 2 to 4 sets of each movement. Today, we're just going to be doing 2 sets of each movement so that you can get a nice solid workout in about 30 minutes. All right. And we're gonna pull. Now with this stiff-legged deadlift, I want these dumbbells right in front of you. And I want you to think about reaching back, touching the wall behind you, coming down, keeping that back nice and straight. Pull up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to keep those shoulder blades back so your back stays nice and straight. Nice and slow on the way down. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right, place those dumbbells back. Grab a seat if you need to. If you have a bench, grab some water. Whew. Almost done with the first movement. It's not that bad. Definitely feeling it in my lower back. Getting that spinal erector is nice and worked. Now you might notice that your body might push back to the right or to the left. Just pay attention to how your body is moving and try to shift that weight over to the right or left side, whichever side isn't pulling more, and so that you're coming down nice and straight, so that both sides of your back are getting worked. You're also going to get a little glute and hamstring work in this as well, which is really important, especially when it comes to performing a sport, daily life, having strong glutes, having strong hamstrings. Whew. All right, it's been about 60 seconds. Maybe a little bit more, but we're gonna dive in. That weight felt really good, so I'm gonna keep it at that 50 pounds, getting my feet about hips width apart. We're just gonna go down. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Ooh. Definitely gonna need to sit for that. Whew, that was intense. At 50 pounds in each hand was kind of heavy. Didn't realize how heavy it was gonna be. Now, if you guys want, what you can do, let's say you want to go a little bit heavier. Maybe you want to get a little bit more of a warm up in. The next time you do this workout, do a couple feeler sets of 5. Give yourself some time in between sets. Just perform 5 reps, 2 to 3 sets, increasing the weight each go. So that way you're not wasting energy on the lighter weight, and that you're able to produce more force at your heavier sets, your heavier working sets, so you can get stronger, but at the same time be smart about what you're moving and how you're moving it. All right, so our next movement is gonna be a bilateral dumbbell bent over row. So basically what I mean there is we're gonna be using both dumbbells, both hands, and we're gonna be performing the row at the same time. We wanna keep our elbows nice and tucked in so that our lats are getting worked. So I'm gonna pull the pin here. I'm gonna drop it down to about 30 pounds. Just because my lower back is nice and worked. I don't want it to get too pumped. I don't want it to be the focus of this workout. So we're gonna pull these bad boys. And I'm gonna face you guys so you can see a little bit better, or I'm gonna have my side face you guys so you can see a little bit better on what I want you to do. So we're gonna drop down into that athletic position, let those arms hang, and we're gonna pull, keeping it nice and tight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Whoa. That felt really good. So I'm gonna bump it up. Actually, I'm gonna pull my handles here because I do have the Commercial Pro 100, so I have different handles instead of the Adder weights. And we're gonna go to 45 pounds. It's just why I love my Power Block. So simple and easy to change out the weight. If you're just discovering this, you're building out your home gym, or maybe you just got some dumbbells. Some just single-use dumbbells, they don't adjust. I highly recommend getting a set of Power Blocks. Take some more time to rest, catch your breath. I talked about this in previous videos. Box breathing. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Really get that central nervous system calm down. Really let you get ready for the next set. All right, let's dive into that next set. I got 45 pounds. You might have more, you might have less. It doesn't matter. Remember, it's your strength and fitness journey. Everybody starts somewhere. Rome wasn't built in a day. You gotta put work into this. And I believe in you. All right, let's dive down. 2, 3, 4. Think about driving that elbow to your hip. 9 and 10. That way that lat is nice and engaged. You're not getting too much bicep work in the movement itself. Really focusing on just pulling with your back. Now, because our arm is going from straight to bent, yeah, we're gonna get some bicep work. We're gonna get some radialis work. We're gonna get some brachialis work. That's totally fine. But the primary mover is going to be our lats. And it's really because we're keeping that elbow nice and tight. And that's where the lats work the best. Remember, when it comes to back training, where your elbow ends is what is being worked. Nice and tight to the body. Lats, about 45 degrees from the torso. It's gonna be your mid-back. Nice and high, 90 degrees from the torso. That's gonna be your upper back. Traps, rhomboids, a little bit of rear delt. It's all a part of the plan. That's why we have different movements throughout this back day, or pull day, to hit as much of the back as humanly possible so that you're growing in strength, you're growing in size, you're growing in determination, and you're growing in grit. Because this isn't always gonna be easy, especially as you get stronger. All right, for our next movement, I'm gonna get my handy dandy bench moved over. If you don't have a bench, use your dumbbell rack as a balancing pad, because we're really gonna be letting that arm get pulled forward. And I want about a 45-degree angle between your torso and your upper arm. So I'm gonna be moving over my bench here really quick. All right, so bench is moved over. It's in a good spot. The only thing is I'm gonna raise my bench pad up to about the 3rd angle. That's what I love about Power Block, is they have a whole ecosystem. Another thing I should say, whole ecosystem of home gym equipment. So we're gonna pull the 45 pounds out of the stack. I'm gonna use my non-working side to balance me, keep me nice and steady as I'm doing this movement. Let that shoulder get pulled forward by the dumbbell. And we're gonna pull back. Think about starting that movement with your elbow. Have it just slightly winged out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. place it down, grab with the other hand, get nice and balanced, feet about hips width apart, and pull. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Good. Place that back down on the floor. Re-rack it if you want to up your weight. And we're just going to give it a rest. Catch your breath. Grab some water like I'm about to do here. Now, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, what you can do is go back and forth, right? So you do your right side, then you do your left side, and then you go right back into your right side. There's enough time of rest in between each arm moving that you can dive right back in to the non-working side and just challenge yourself a little bit more. You'll be working on increasing your VO2 max, which is just basically your body's ability to use oxygen. All right, feeling like my heart rate's steadied a little bit more, breathing a little bit better. Let's dive into this last set here. Feet, hips width apart, go down, grab that dumbbell, pull, really drive with that elbow. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right. Felt good. Getting tired, but we only got a handful of more movements left to go. I'm gonna get my bench put away here because we are not going to be using it for the rest of the workout. All right, so my bench is put away. We're ready to go into our last 2 back movements. Our next movement is gonna be a dumbbell shrug. So I know I can go a little bit heavier with that. So we're gonna go up to 55 pounds to start, and we'll make a determination from there. So pull those out. Allow those shoulders to relax down, and I want you to pull up and back. So boom, I'm gonna turn just slightly here. 2, 3, 5. And 10. Try not to, when you're performing this movement, I know I probably did it a couple of times, but when you're pulling that back and up, try not to drop that chin down, pull that head forward, try to keep it nice and straight. Boom. All right, give yourself a little bit of a rest, and we're about to dive in to our next set. 30 more seconds. Ten more seconds. Grab some water. And then 3, 2, 1. Pull them up. All right. Drop that chin slightly. Tuck your head back and pull. 2. 8. Caught myself. 9 and 10. Told I did exactly what I told you guys not to do. It happens. All right, so we have one more back movement left. It's going to be targeting our upper back a little bit more, focusing a little bit more on those rear delts so that we get that nice cannonball shoulder look. I'm going to pull my pin. I'm going to drop it down to 15 pounds. If you guys have seen my shoulder workout on the Power Block YouTube channel, I talk about how the shoulders really respond, especially our side and rear head of the deltoid really respond to volume. Lighter weight, more reps. So we're gonna drop down to 15 pounds. We're gonna be in a similar position as our shoulder butterfly. I want you guys to drop down, get into that athletic position, allow those dumbbells to be nice and in front of you, and we're just gonna spread apart. 2, 3. 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. Good. Got one more set, and then we're gonna get into everybody's favorite, some biceps, something that I'm working on. Just trying to get bigger, trying to get stronger, but can't do that unless you're training regularly. I'm gonna grab some water. You guys do the same. Catch my breath. Probably got about 25 seconds left. All right, and here we go. All right, get in that athletic position and go. Ten, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Woo! Really felt it in my rear delts that time. They're pumped. Oh, they're feeling spicy, but that's okay. Spicy, good. Pain, bad. If you're feeling a stabbing, pinching, anything that doesn't feel muscular in the pain where you're getting a nice, good little pump, I highly suggest go to a doctor, go to a physical therapist, get that checked out so you can start the healing process, you can start the recovery process, and get back into your workouts. I'm not a physical therapist, I'm not a doctor, so I highly recommend going to see one if you're experiencing any pain while you're training. All right, time for some biceps. I'm bumping up to about 25 pounds. Now, you can do a standard bicep curl, you can do it with both hands, you can do it alternating, you can do it strict, you can start in a hammer position, but we're gonna do a strict bicep curl today. We're gonna do alternating biceps. So we're 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 more, 3 each arm. 17, 18, 19, 20. Try not to use any momentum, guys, while you're performing this movement. Really try to keep that right in the bicep. Try to keep that upper arm nice and close. Don't try to be here, because then we're gonna get a little bit more front deltoid activation. We really wanna focus on squeezing that bicep, not bringing that elbow up, nice and tight to the body. That way we're really isolating that bicep as much as we possibly can. I'm gonna go up in weight. 25 pounds felt good. Let's jump up to 30. do me a favor in the comments below, on top of liking this video and hitting subscribe, comment what workout series you'd like to see us do next. We've got CrossFit videos from our athlete, Spencer Panchik. We've got personal training videos from another one of our athletes, Don Saladino. You've got my shoulder day, my push day, now my pull day. We're gonna be finishing off this series with a leg day, but let us know what workouts you'd like to see so that we can create the content that you guys want and workouts that you want to do at your home. All right, let's grab these dumbbells. Let's go in for another set of 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway. 14, 15. Oh, it's getting hard. 18, 19. Oh, no, that's 19. And that's 20. My bad, guys. All right. We're going to take another little respite before we dive into our last movement for today, which is going to be some hammer curls. Now, yes, we're bending the elbow. We're having a neutral grip. So basically think palms facing each other, right? We're gonna be working our radialis, muscle in our forearm that helps with rotation, helps with curling at the elbow joint. We're gonna be working our brachialis, excuse me, which sits beneath our biceps, right? Training the brachialis is gonna do one awesome thing, and that is gonna give you some width in that bicep so they look nice and thick. So, but with that, we're still going to be training the bicep because we're still bending the elbow. It's just not going to be the primary mover like it was when our hands were supinated, facing away from the body and curling up. All right, I'm going to back off down to 25 pounds again. Just make sure that my body's good to go. I did just so happen to train back in biceps yesterday, my own workout. And so I don't want to overtrain it. Don't want to cause any injury. So I want to make sure I'm training smart, which you should be doing as well. So 1, 2, get that upper arm nice and close to the body. 4, just like that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, we're gonna drop those back in. Oh, feeling the pump. It's feeling good. Let's go up in weight. Should have just done 2 sets of 30, but I will make note of that in my workout log so that I know that I'm stronger than I think I am and I can go a little bit heavier, challenge those muscles a little bit more. If you're not keeping a workout log, I highly suggest doing so. Super easy. There are apps. You can get a notebook. That's all you need is one of those 2 things, just so that you can keep track of what you're training, how much you're lifting, so that you can see progress as time goes on. All right, let's dive into this last set. And we got 1. Really think about trying to keep a nice strong wrist. And choose a weight that allows you to keep your hands in the middle of the dumbbell so it doesn't get easier. That's 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, Woo! Oh, all right, and that's it for our pull day in this push-pull leg series. Remember, like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you guys for leg day next time. Hey, did you like this video? Awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe below and hit that notification bell so that whenever we launch a new video, you're notified.